Welcome. Right, so we're on to our last job of the month, and that is going to be to either cultivate or plough our field. Now, we've not got a great deal of cash to be doing this, to be fair. I mean, what we got? It needs ploughing anyway, so we'll have to plough it. I mean, thankfully, do we have a plough? I'm sure about I purchased one. I could be wrong. Genuinely thought that was some antennas then. It's just a really long bale spike. But that's going to go onto the back of the vehicle that I do want when I get it. But let's have a look. Do we actually own a plough? I'm pretty certain I did buy one. It's normally the first thing I buy, but no, we have not. Right, well, what horsepower have we got? I'm sure it's quite high. I'm sure it's like 300. For some reason the game takes forever to load into this. 280 horsepower. Still got a ballpark figure of what we can use. So we can get, well, maybe those definitely outside our league. But that's 330. We need something. I think maybe the 6M. Let's sort it by needed power. That would be probably beneficial for us. That's 12 horsepower. So why is that one so high up? Like it's all a mixed match at the minute. I mean, we could lease one of these and then just apply a front weight, but we might struggle with pulling. I mean, I think that's probably our best bet. So let's just get one of these. That's 22 meters. So I think that what we can potentially do is oh, wait a minute, we've got a front weight. I think this one weighs a little bit more. Let's just connect him up. Drive this a little further forward. Drop this one down. And then we can move over to the plough. Right, well, we are connected and the wheels seem to be stable on the ground. So that's a good sign. So let's see how we do with pulling this. If not, we can always lease a really powerful tractor. And get one of our neighbours to lend us something like a quad track. I mean, it's probably come about in a map like this. But yeah, we've applied one layer of fertiliser to this, and have we done anything to this field? No, we haven't. It's just the rendering point. So we'll start off with the big field anyway, because we do kind of need to get this one done and dusted out the road. This one is our money earner. So let's affix him here. And then we can get to ploughing. But let him just drop that side down first. There we go. So it's actually pulling this quite comfortably. So I'll probably end up purchasing one of these when I can afford it. Just lowers the yearly bill on equipment leasing. Because that's what I really want to do. I want to minimise expenditure. And I know we'll get quite a lot of money next month from the, what's it called? The straw processing thing. But I kind of feel like we do need to take on a couple more contracts next month. Just to ensure that everything is fully functional yearly, on a yearly basis. Because I kind of want to be running out of straw towards the beginning of the next harvest season, rather than running out of straw, say December. Because then I've got 6 months of absolutely no money, no income. Right, well let's speed things up a little bit. Right, so we've only got this section of the field left to do, and I did kind of make a bit of a hiccup with the ploughing this time. I managed to plough into the guy's cornfield who's just next to me. That's why you always lift your plough, or at least headland in advance if you're in such a tight-knit community, but like these tram lines are all over the place at the minute, but it's a really, really difficult field to navigate around. Right, so we just got this field to plough through next. And this one shouldn't take too long. The plough's quite wide, the field's quite narrow, etc, etc. So we'll start up in this corner as usual, because it just seems like an ideal place. And we can then work on the rest of the field work. I mean, I think all I need to do next is roll, and I'm not too sure if I do have a roller on that. I think I do. Potentially. I doubt it. If I've not got a power, I've definitely not got a roller. But let's have a look. No, we don't. So, I mean, it's going to be quite cheap and they're quite wide as well. 41 grand, so I'm only 2 grand away from actually purchasing it. So we should be able to afford to lease it at least. But I want to get out of the idea of leasing all of my equipment. And yep, trees are an issue here. So I'll probably have to do some logging. Or just a little bit of deforestation. Not too much. Because it'll eventually destroy our environmental score. I will be doing the forestry at a later point, and don't think I'm going to bother yet because we've not really got the finances to support the equipment. We can get a chainsaw and potentially a log fork on a telehandler and just drag it to the field and slice it up. But I mean, it's just effort. It's a lot of effort. So we're just gonna have to just keep going along here. I mean, if I do it unrealistically, I won't use it for financial gain, I'll just destroy the tree. Which is quite easy when you've got lumberjack. But yeah, let's finish this field off. Right, so we just got this little bit of the field left to do. And I folded and plough up a little bit because it's useless using all that pulling power when this is all we need. Now normally ploughs won't let you do this, but with the Lizard SM series they're quite useful. But yeah, that's all the ploughing completed, so we can return to sender. So let's get rid of that, and we have just received some money from our straw processing, which has given us the ability to get ourselves a roller and actually purchase it with 1,000 euros left over. Is it? Oh, I'm on American dollars at the minute. But yeah, well, we've got $67 left. And we kind of need to change that currency as well, because we're no longer in America, we are in Europe. And this is a French map, or it could be Spanish. Not 100% sure, but they do use the same currency. But yeah, now we've got to go through the ordeal of actually rolling all of this, which is going to take a little bit longer than the ploughing, but it is a little bit quicker than ploughing. So that's quite handy. And again, I do need to organise the farm, but I've just not got the land to do so. Because literally this is all I've got for storage, just this little area here. Now I do have a free vehicle shed just down there, which I could potentially use. But obviously the harvester's not going to benefit from it, because the harvester's way too big. And the telehandler and the tractor, I don't think the tractor will squeeze in. I think it's just a little bit too tall. But the telehandler surely can use that shed. So in fact, yeah, let's get the telehandler over there for now. Where's the entrance? There we are. I do like these telehandlers with the all-wheel steering. It's absolutely fantastic. But yeah, let's just try and reverse them in here. Just frees up a little space then. There we go, perfect. So he can stay there. Now I'm sure I do have a car. Ah yeah, it's parked up in here. So a nice van that is. Well, pickup. A nice pickup truck. Right, so we've got to do a little bit of rolling. Do a little bit of cleaning on him as well, by the looks of things. What's his vehicle state like? It does need a little bit of repair, but I mean, not a priority at the minute. I do like to have the harvester repaired and cleaned for every single harvest though, because that way we can maximise how much we're going to get out of it. Yeah, look at that. Well, you've got plenty of room there, Mr. Vehicle. You can manoeuvre yourself around it. There we go. So the rolling is a little bit quicker. As it's not. It's not as quick as the ploughing, and this is going to be disastrous. Oh no, we've managed to recover. I thought the tractor went a little bit too suddenly, and I thought it was just going to twist and bend into a tree. But nope. Now, you're probably thinking, well, you've not got fuel storms activated, so why on earth are you rolling? It's because it creates a seed bed, which you can see on the map. Well, you can't see on the map at the minute. Hang on a minute. Where's my farm? Where has it gone? Oh, there it is. So if we go over here, we are currently getting seed bed. I'm not too sure whether it does give us any benefits, but it's always worth doing, because it might give you an unseen benefit, I guess. And then this field I'm thinking sorghum, wheat in the other, because that way it just splits up the processing. Or maybe even do oats and get flour from that, because I think they can get planted at the same time, and I think they both get harvested at the same time too. Because I don't really fancy doing wheat all the time, and I will be expanding the land as soon as possible. But at the moment it's kind of like, well, the more straw I can get the better. But yeah, let's finish all the rolling jobs. Right, well, that's this field done, and I have noticed one little boo-boo with the ploughing, and I can't really afford to correct it, which means I will have to get a direct drill as well as some herbicide, because it's just missed off this little patch here. Now, I could just leave it untreated, let the weeds grow through and not damage my yield whatsoever, but I kind of don't want to do that. So I'll get myself some herbicide. Well, I mean, I can't even afford to do that, can I? Because how can we get a bank loan out? I think we'll have to get a bank loan. But look at that beautiful seedbed. Right. Money, 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 money. So I'll probably need around about 50,000, well, euros, dollars, whatever I got it set to. And I'll just get a small sprayer. What's the cheapest? This one. Don't really need a great working width. And then I'm just going to need 1 pallet of herbicide. And get a pallet of sheep, apparently. That's interesting. But where's my herbicide? It'll be over here somewhere. There we are. Oh, we can buy multiple, but we'll just keep the one for now. And I'll leave him here. Jesus Christ, that's looking a bit weird. Like with all the vehicle purchases and stuff. But yeah, we'll just leave that over there. And if we get some herbicide there, it might just prevent the weeds from growing. And we'll have to keep it next month as well, because once I've seeded, I'll have to go over it again with herbicide. But, you know, at least we're heading in the right direction, even though we have just had to take out a loan. I mean, I'll probably be able to pay it all back next month. Because I've realised as well that I hired that plough, I had $67 left. So I would need, so it'd charge me for the usage that I got out of that plough. so it means I would end up in the minus anyway. But at least we nipped it before it became an issue. But look at that, is that going to hit 2,000? No, 1,800. Right, so let's take this over to our field. I will need to get some fuel at some point, because that's cutting down right quite quickly. But I mean, what do we expect? I mean, I'm using the same bloody vehicle for every single job, because I've had to sell the class just so I can afford a couple of extra bits. Could have just got out a loan and kept the 2 tractors, I guess. But I'd rather not have to pay monthly. Right, so where's the patch? There it is. Well, let's just spray across here. And that should eliminate the weeds growing signal. Yes, there we are. So it's been harvested, canola, no weeds growing. So that's good. So let's just retract this again. And we'll just leave them at the farm for now. I do like the Kubota pack. It's absolutely brilliant. So if you've not got a season pass, I'd highly recommend it. Especially with the Platinum expansion, if you're big into forestry. You get all kinds of vehicles and perks for forestry. I like the spray paints as well. I think that's a really, really nice idea. I think I might actually use that, because I was using it when I was doing my live stream yesterday to decipher which trees I was going to cut down. But it's quite handy to have. But yeah, let's leave that there for now. It's no longer in use, so it's not racking up a bill, apart from daily usage. But yeah, let's roll this field now. I'm really not looking forward to doing this field with such a small implement, because it's just going to take absolutely forever to do this field. And while I'm in this corner, I won't forget this time to do the headland. I nearly did, nearly forgot it. But yeah, I'm not looking forward to rolling this. It's not as wide as the plough, it's not as fast as the plough, so it's gonna take the mick railer. But let's see you on the other side of the field. Right, well, and that's the end to that. Now, that took forever. I mean, this entire month has taken me the best part of 8 hours so far. But we finally have a seed bed. Wherever the thing is. Yep, there we go, 2 seed beds, fantastic. No gaps or anything. Just everything looking perfect. All my bales where they should be. It still says that we have some bales somewhere lying around. Can't remember where we did our last job. Or in fact, no, it doesn't. It used to. But yeah, saying that all of our bales are where they should be now. Now I think I'm going to get stuck in a rut. Sort of doing grain over and over again. Because yeah, I'm mixing them up and doing 1 sorghum, 1 wheat. But I've got a feeling that it's just going to get a bit dull just doing the same crops over and over again, day in, day out. So I think that potentially we need a new field. Now I know I've not really got the money for it, but what? Let's have a look at our map. So field 7 is completely out of bounds at the minute. We can't touch that field. But field number 8, I mean, we did accidentally plough into it, so it's possible to purchase that one. I kind of want the fields that are joining on to mine, so 7 and 8 are the only ones that I can really purchase. So how much is that going to send me back by? 467 grand. So, I mean, I could get an extra million on top. Right, now hear me out. Because I'm going to need a bigger tractor. And I could potentially pay for all of this quite quickly with straw processing as well as the bread. In fact, we need to check on that. But let's just keep clicking. Right, so we have £1 million now. I don't know why I pressed back. But yep, let's go over to here. Oh, field. How much is that one? 899 grand. Ooh. Ho 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 ho. Now you've got blow money all on that. Blow money on that. I wonder why 248 is within that as well. I'm assuming that's supposed to be 248. I don't know. And again, where's 1? All the numbers are all over the place. 3, 2. Where's 1? I don't know, the numbers are all mixed up. I think it might be an issue with the latest modification, with the expansion pack coming out. But yeah, so we've got a field that consists of a ton of sunflower. So that would be really, really useful. We're just going to need a big seeder to go with it, so I might actually need to extend our lawn just a little bit. Because I probably need around about 600 grand in the bank. That just about cuts it. I mean, I might need to get a little bit more actually. But I'm thinking a really big seeder. Then a big tractor. And what I have in mind is possibly this one. What do I need to pull that one? 520 horsepower, maybe a little bit too much. We've got 600. What's the Seed Hawk like? Do I have the Seed Hawk? That requires 450. But it doesn't come with a case, I don't think. Oh no, there it is. 150 grand. 225, so that's what? 375,000? And I'm going to need a big tractor to pull that though. So I think that's something we can save up for, and I think I'll just go for this one for now. 300 horsepower. So my current tractor's actually not too far away from that. And then I need a biggish tractor. So I need around about 300 horsepower. We'll go for the 7R series. Go for the smaller big bud. 450 horsepower for 260 grand. That's tempting, but I don't think so. 8R. How much is a 9R? 9R is there. That's got a substantial pulling power. It's a bit slow though. That's the big downfall. I want something around about 32, so maybe a class. Something like that. Maybe the fence. In fact, the fence is looking very tempting. Just go with that one. That goes up to 326. That's an extra 15 grand. Go with GPS and that one. 324,000 for all of that. Right, so we've got all that equipment now. Now I'm not looking forward to how much this is going to fucking cost me on a monthly basis. But a sale of that caliber on Field 7, I think would put me absolutely straight out there and thereabouts. But yeah, we've just got one more job left to do, and that would be fertilising and lime spreading. 2 more jobs. Not 1 more job. Oh, we ran over our weight. Right, well, I am going to need some more fertiliser. That's an absolute fact. And I'm just going to do a little bit of a cheaty thing here. And I'm just going to, for the sake of preserving some of the fertiliser, I'm just going to increase my speed. Because the jobs have been taking the mick already, and I'm just about tired of this for the day. But let's get the fertilisation done. This field shouldn't take too long. I mean, it's quite narrow. I was going to say small then. It's not small, but it's quite narrow. And I could actually think, now that we've got field 7, we could actually potentially start thinking about like, diminishing this field and adding some selling points. But I need to pay back that loan first. That's an absolute fact. But let's finish off all of the fertilising. Well, I've run out of I've run out of fertiliser. So I probably only need around about 2,000 more litres just to get the job done. So let's get that. Let's head over to the supermarket and let's get some fertilisers. So, I mean, it's obviously going to make life difficult. Where's my fertiliser? I'll get 4,000 litres just to stay on the safe side. Now, one thing that I do like about this is, if I've got things spread out in between the two, so like this, if I put one big bag in there, then a big bag in the back, it actually feeds everything through to the rear one, or the one that's in use. So if I go out like this now, and I'll put 1,000 litres in here, so after 1,000 litres worth of usage, you'd expect it to sort of stop using the rear one, and just say it needs filling. Oh, not enough capacity. Oh, no fertiliser or whatever message it does display. But, Farm Simulator haven't thought that far ahead. So now, we can drive up to this. Let's merge with our tyre tracks. This is active now. Fertilising my sunflowers. Right, so that stops there. So around 400 litres used now. So let's just turn that off. And then we'll... In fact, you know what? I don't even think we're going to use 1,000 litres. I know I have missed a bit somewhere. We can't quite think where there it is. It's just right off, really obvious. I wonder if it'll let me do it. Sometimes it doesn't. No, it's letting me. But yeah, I'll start fertilising field number 7. Just to show you what I mean. So there's 3,000 litres in the front, 1,000 litres in the back. Well, 92 litres in the back now. But there we go. And it'll just run that till it's empty. Ah, I kind of wish we got that field now. Full of beauty. Might have bit off more than I can chew with this big field, you know. It's going to require a ton, and I mean an absolute ton, of lime and fertiliser. Good job lime's quite cheap, but fertiliser is not. Right, so there's one job left now. And that is fill your boots with lime. Oh, wrong button. Oh no, because that's 16,000 litres. So there's 20,000 litres of the stuff. Right, so I wonder if I can get 2 in 1. No, fortunately not. I think it's filling up the rear one. Oh no, it's filling up the front one. So we got 2,000 litres in each one, so that's quite nice. But yeah, let's come back when it's all full. Right, well it's time to spread some lime across the field. It's looking gorgeous, it's looking beautiful, so let's get this job done. Right, well we've run out again. And we've hardly even scraped the surface of the field yet. So let's get some more lime. I'm going to need a really big storage area for all this. I don't know why I've gone so far either, because lime's quite close to the front because it's not too expensive. 750, oh, 350 per bag. But it's always better to have some spurs, just in case we run out again. But let's get it filled again. Right, so now we can get straight back to it again. And then try and finish off this field. I wonder if we've got enough lime now. I doubt it, I'll probably have to refill again. But let's see where it takes us. Right, well that's the lime coming to an end now, and I think that's pretty much everything that needs to be done on this farm for the month. So we've had an outrageous day today, haven't we? I mean, 9 hours later, and we're finally able to skip a month. Now I know I've probably taken on a few bits that I shouldn't have, because you know this field, it's no easy stretch, it's a big field to take care of. So we're just going to get all of this washed up. I think I'll clean all of my equipment as well. In fact, no, I think this is the only dirty piece of equipment to be fair. So let's clean the fertiliser. And then we're going to clean the tractor and the other fertiliser. But we will get around to each piece of equipment. But while I do that, we shall fade out. And like, subscribe, and I'll see you all very soon. And if you've got a minute, you join the Discord.